Yo, what's going on YouTube? Energetic here, back with another video. So in today's video, guys, we're doing a new series where we help out the people, where we're going to be rating teams and giving suggestions for those teams that people submit through Twitter for the most part, but there are other ways you can submit them. But I'm doing this series because I used to do this on my streams, but people, they kept ruining it for other people by sending me inappropriate stuff. So now I have to do it on a video, so I can filter out the bad stuff and nothing gets put on stream that's inappropriate. But this was also given to me by a subscriber, Burning. If you're watching this, shout out to you. And I know DVG does this as well, but this is not to take his idea, but this is what people wanted to see me do. So I think this is a good kind of series for me to venture out into. But we're gonna get into this, and if you want to submit your team going forward, just send it to me in my Twitter DMs. Like I said, that's the most convenient way, and then I can rate your team. I'm gonna just pull them up here on the screen, the pictures that you send me, and then we'll just talk about it. So let's just get straight into this, man. For the first team we're gonna go into is Braxy Vibes team. So shout out to you, bro. He's got Pink Diamond Westbrook, Pink Diamond Jimmy, Pink Diamond Mello, Diamond Bam, and Pink Diamond Yao. So for this starting five, I mean that's a solid starting five. I mean, there are better players at the positions that you have, but I mean that's not bad. And then off the bench, he's got Gilbert, Spotlight Kawhi, Rudy Gay. He's got Chris Webber and Marc Gasol, and then he's got Chauncey Billups, DeMar, and Lamar. So this is a solid team. I mean, it's not the best team because really a lot of the players that you do have could be improved upon. Like, I mean, the Westbrook is fine. The Jimmy is cool. He could be improved upon though if you were to have an opal. Same thing for Melo. Bam Adebayo is good. I like Bam Adebayo. I think he's one of the best big men in the game. And I feel like Yao Ming can definitely be improved upon. And then Gilbert can be improved. Kawhi. I would keep Rudy Gay there for now. Chris Webber is fine. And Marc Gasol could be improved upon too. But this is me nitpicking. And I'm probably going to be doing that for like this entire video or like this whole series, to be honest. Because if you want me to improve your team, I got to be honest with you. So I'm not going to sit here and say you have the best player for each position, because you don't. But you have good players on your team. So for the overall rate, I would give you probably like yo, you guys are gonna laugh, man. I would give you probably like a nice 8.5, bro. Don't clown me, bro, but I have to do it. I have to do it because this team is good, but like I said, there are better players for each position that you have. I mean, your strongest positions seem to be Westbrook, Bam, and at least for the starting lineup, those are like your strongest players. So to improve your team, I mean, my priority would be to get a better center over Yao and maybe get a better small forward over Melo, and if you can get a better shooting guard. But this is not to say that those players are bad. I don't want you to think that. But I'm just saying what you can improve upon. But you're obviously gonna need more MT because you only got 10K. So I mean, just do what you can, man. Grind out some triple threat, do some sniping, and see what you can do. But yeah, so we're gonna get into the next one, and this next one comes from Jake Tong. So shout out to you, bro. I be seeing you in the streams. I be seeing you. And yeah, so let's take a look at your team. You've got Westbrook, Clay, Lamar, Giannis, and Chris Webber at the starting lineup. So for the starting lineup, I like Westbrook, I like Clay, I like Chris Webber. It's the Lamar and the Giannis that I'm not really too fond of, because at this point in the game, they're really outdated and really old. So I mean, not to say they're bad, but I mean, you could definitely improve upon those, and that would be my priority if I were you, to improve upon those positions. So for me personally, I would have Kelly or Miles starting over Lamar, and I would definitely have LaMarcus starting over Giannis. That's me though. That's me, because those are all newer cards than those. So whoever you want to start, Kelly or Miles Bridges, I don't know, compare them side by side, see who you think is better. I mean, you probably have experience using the two, so you can determine that for yourself. I can't determine that for you, but definitely I would send Lamar to the bench and Giannis, and I would have LaMarcus at the 4 and either Kelly or Miles at the 3, and then you'll have a pretty solid starting lineup. Now for the bench, you've got Chris Paul, DeMar, Kelly, Miles, LaMarcus, Jeremy Lin, D Wade, and Kareem. I'm just gonna assume the last 3 players don't get any minutes. I mean, I'm probably going to run with that assumption for all the teams that I see here, because a lot of people do put bronzes at their last 3 player slots, so I'm not even going to count those. But for here, for the bench, Chris Paul is good. He's a little short, but I do like Chris Paul. People say he's really good. He's got a good amount of Hall of Fame badges, and he's got a good release apparently. DeMar is good, but there are definitely better players than DeMar nowadays. So if you can improve upon DeMar, I would do that. Maybe get someone, if you're gonna run him at the 2, maybe get someone like Buddy Hield. I think Buddy Hield can be a better fit for you. So that you have some options there. Also, Kelly and Miles. I mean, like I said, you would throw them in a starting lineup. So let's talk hypothetically as if one of them was in the starting lineup. Let's talk hypothetically like Kelly was starting and Miles was still off the bench, and then you had Lamar off the bench, right? Let's talk hypothetically like that, and we'll say that Lamar, you'd want to replace him. Even if he's coming off the bench, I would still replace him with like maybe Pink Diamond, Rudy Gay, because they're both small forward power forwards, or if you can get Paul George, like the new ones. So those are options that you have there. And then for Miles Bridges, I mean, he's good, but there are better players than him too. If you're gonna run him at the power forward, I would rather have somebody else. So I wouldn't run Miles Bridges at the power forward. I would run him at the small forward. So if you want to get yourself a good power forward, I mean you're gonna have Giannis coming off the bench if you take my suggestions and you actually apply them. So Giannis would be coming off the bench instead of Miles. So for the power forward, I mean, honestly, the power forwards in this game aren't too strong. So me personally, I would rather run a center at the power forward spot, you do have some options for yourself. So you have a lot of options. I mean, I would rather run Marc Gasol over Miles at the 4. I would rather run Bam. So you can definitely get those guys, not for even expensive. They're not expensive. Like, they're both under 100K. So those are definitely some options you have. Or I would rather run Karl Malone over Miles, even though Miles would be more athletic and he can shoot. I mean, Karl Malone can shoot too, but when I'm using power forwards, they're not meant to be like super athletic, agile and stuff like that. I mean, that helps if they're like that. That's cool. But my power forwards typically, as long as they have clamps and maybe they can shoot, I like my big men to be good rebounders and just good defenders. I don't really care about the fact if they're agile and athletic and all that. As long as they, good rebounders, can play some defense and stretch the floor, that's my main concern. Which Karl Malone can do that, and Marc Gasol can do that. Bam can do that. So if you want to, get one of those 3 guys and run them at the 4, and actually one of those 3 guys that I just named, you can start instead of starting LaMarcus Aldridge over Giannis. I would start one of those 3 guys over Giannis, and then you can have LaMarcus as the 4 and one of those 3 guys as the center off your bench. And I hope that all made sense. Maybe I didn't explain that as well as I could have, but I hope you understood. So for the rate of this team, I would give this team like 7.5. Because I mean, and it's like, it's not me bashing. Like, if I'm giving you a team rate like that, it's not me bashing. It's just because there are so many good cards out nowadays. So, and like, there's so many ways that the team can be improved. I mean, you can do so many things with this. So I'm gonna give it a 7.5. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the next one. So for this picture, we're looking at not Ferd, right? So he's got Diamond Chauncey, Pink Diamond, Buddy Hield, Diamond Miles Bridges, Diamond Jaren Jackson, and Diamond LaMarcus Aldridge on the starting lineup. So for the starting lineup, Chauncey is solid, Buddy's solid, Miles Bridges is good, but I would look to replace him. I would definitely look to replace Jaren Jackson. That would be my main priority, to replace him, because out of all the players in your starting lineup, he's the oldest one, so meaning he's going to be like the most outdated, the one that you want to improve upon like as soon as possible. Then for the bench, Jeremy Lin, hold on, this is small, I got to zoom in. 95 overall Jeremy Lin. Lance Stevenson, Jeff Green, Lamar Odom, and Shaq. Okay. So, I'm going to give this team... I'll start off with the rate. I'll try to do that from here on out. I'll just start off with the rate, and then I'll go into the suggestions. But I'm going to give this team like a 7. And keep in mind that when I'm doing these rates, like, I'm not really taking into account the fact that people are budget ballers, or if they're not, that doesn't matter to me. I'm just giving a rate based upon what other cards are in the game and the best kind of team you can build with all the cards that are included in the game at the present moment. What team that you can build, whether you're a no money spent player or not, doesn't matter to me. So it's going to be kind of harsh, maybe, the fact that I'm rating some teams as low as I am, because this guy's got a lot of budget players on his team, and it's not anything bad. I mean, I don't encourage spending money on the game because I'm a no money spent player myself. It's just I put more time into the game as a content creator, so of course I'm going to have a better team. But taking a look here, my first priority, like I said, would be to improve Jaren Jackson, get somebody over him. You can keep LaMarcus Aldridge for now. I say keep Buddy Hield, keep Chauncey. I would also look to replace Miles Bridges. But first, before replacing Miles Bridges, I would look to improve the bench, because you got a lot of budget players. And not to say that these are bad cards, but you want to get better cards. So I would look to get better players if you can. Look at the new loop. I was about to say the loop year. Look at the new leap year set. See what players that are on there that you may like, because there are some good players on there. Honestly, there are. Like I'll just take a look here. I mean, you can get a good amount of players. Like apparently Tom Chambers is a good card. Once you evo him, he goes to pink diamond. Lonzo Ball is a good one. I was looking at Lonzo Ball. Maybe you can get Lonzo Ball instead of Jeremy Lin, because I think the Lonzo Ball might be a better option for you over Jeremy Lin. I mean, there are players that you can get over Lance Stevenson, over Jeff Green. I'm not going to tell you exactly who to get, but I'm just telling you who you should be looking to, improve upon, because, there's definitely big room for improvement on your team. So, I'd be looking to get the bench at least to like some solid diamond players, maybe some cheap pink diamond players too, if you can, find a way to get that done. So yeah, but you're gonna need a little bit more MT if you want to make significant changes. But you got, what is that, 58,000? So yeah, you got 58,000. So I think you could work with this a little bit, and and if you do decide to make some changes, whatever changes those happen to be, you can always show me, and I can give you my thoughts and opinions on that. This video is already turning out to be long, so we're gonna do maybe like 2 more, bro, because I don't want to make this video super long, but we're gonna do like 2 more. And for those of you who didn't get included in the video, I will personally message you, and then I'll tell you to send me your updated team so that I can put it in the next video, so you don't get left out or whatever. So don't even worry about it. But yeah, so we're gonna get into the next one, would be Cherapy. So we're gonna look at Cherapy's team, and taking a look at Cherapy's team, you got 179,000 MT, Diamond Lin, Diamond Jaylen Brown, Diamond Gerald Wallace, Ben Simmons, and Marc Gasol. And you got Chauncey, Lance, Zion, Zach, and Shaq. Okay, so for the team rate, I would give this like a 7. And the reason I say a 7 is because a lot of the players that you have aren't really as good as they used to be. So especially like with the market crashes and all the new players that have been coming out, like the Jeremy Lin is okay, but he's not fully pink diamond. Jaylen Brown is kind of old. Joe Wallace is a new player, so he's solid. Ben Simmons, he can't shoot. I mean, not to say he's bad, but he just can't shoot, and I'm not really a big fan of him. But he is free, so you might want to hold on to him for now. And then Marc Gasol is solid, but I would definitely evo him to pink diamond. I would definitely do that. Chauncey is solid, a solid budget point guard, but I think Steve Nash might be a better fit. I mean, you do have a lot of MT, so you can definitely work with that. Or if you want, you can get like a good point guard, like maybe Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas is a buy now, so I mean, he will cost a good amount of MT, but if you want a good point guard, he definitely can be your starter. Gilbert Arenas is going for like 70,000 or something. You can get the cheaper one too. Like, you don't have to get the fully evoed one, because he's very easy to evo. So you can get him for like at the 96 overall version, unevolved, for like 70,000 around there, 75,000. Then evo him. All you gotta do is get 20 steals and do that in rookie domination. So you can have him. For Jaylen Brown, I would definitely replace him. I'd rather use like a Drazen Petrovic or Jimmy Butler, anybody over Jaylen Brown. You definitely want to prioritize somebody over him. Lance Stevenson, I mean, not that he's bad, but I'm not really a big fan of these budget cards. Like, I don't use these cards myself because my team is too good for these cards. So if you want me to give you suggestions, like I said, I'm taking into account all the cards that are within the game, and you have a good amount of MT, so you definitely could improve upon Lance Stevenson. Zion Williamson, People have been dying to get Zion out of the vault, and I don't really see why. I mean, he's not amazing. I mean, he's okay, but I mean, he's not amazing. I would replace Zion, and I would get like Rudy Gay, the pink diamond, the new leap year Rudy Gay. I do think that's a solid card. Or you can get Paul Pierce. I think Paul Pierce is better too, even though he does have steady shooter. Zach Randolph is okay, and Shaq is okay, but I would replace them too. I would pick up Bam if I were you, and I would also pick up somebody like LaMarcus Aldridge or Karl Malone over Shaq. I just think those are better options because they can shoot. So yeah, but that's my suggestions to you. I think, what did I give you, a 7 out of 10? Sorry, bro, but that's what I got to do. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one more. So the last one is gonna be You Can't See Me 118. So we're taking a look at your team here. You've got Jeremy Lin, Diamond, Pink Diamond Buddy, Diamond Paul Pierce, Diamond LaMarcus Aldridge, Pink Diamond Wilt. So actually no, we'll go into the bench too. You got Chauncey, Lance, Derrick Jones, Antoine Walker, and Kareem. All right, so here's what I'd do if I were you. Well, actually, let me give you the rate first. For the rate, I would give this team 7.5. And the reason I say that is because a lot of budget players, but that's not bad. That's not bad. Like, I don't want you guys to think I'm over here bashing budget players. Like I said, for the third time, I'm taking into account all the cards that are within the game and the best possible team that you can form from those cards. So, I mean, I just got to be honest with you, you know? And it's not anything bad or anything. But I would give you a 7.5. And for my suggestions, I would say you want to improve upon the Wilt Chamberlain first. Although he is pink diamond, I mean, I think he's got like 3 Hall of Fame badges. So you definitely want to improve upon that, because he's not really ideal at this stage of the game. So you definitely want to improve upon it. Even though he is tall, like you want to get somebody better than Wilt Chamberlain. And I would also, I mean, that's really it for the starting lineup. Try to finish out Jeremy Lin so you can have him as your starting point guard. But for the bench, I would definitely replace Kareem and replace him with a nice diamond center. I would rather have Marcus Saul, or maybe you can pick up Bam if you can. I don't know how much MT you have now, but maybe you can pick up one of those two guys. I think those are better options for you, even though Kareem is tall. But I mean, just he's not fully evoed, so I wouldn't recommend, you know, using him as your bench big man or bench center. Antoine Walker, I wouldn't run Antoine Walker at the 4 because he's only 6'8", so I don't really like running short. I don't really like running anybody at the 4 who's under 6'8" or who's under 6'9", because I just feel like they can't really perform unless they have like amazing rebounding badges, which Antoine Walker does not have. He doesn't have amazing rebounding badges. So does he have any rebounding badges at all? I mean, I'm looking at him right now. He doesn't have any rebounding badges whatsoever. So definitely I would not run Antoine Walker at the 4, even though his main is a power forward. I wouldn't do it. So maybe move him to the 3. Whoever you like, Derrick Jones or Antoine Walker, whoever you like better, then run them at the 3. And the other player, just remove them because you can't run Derrick at the 2. If you could, I would tell you to run him at the 2 over Lance, but you can't. So I would definitely, you know, figure out what you want to do within those two guys. For Lance, I would say try to pick up somebody better than him too. Maybe get like Jimmy Butler, Pink Diamond, or somebody like that, or a good budget, you know, shooting guard that you can run over Lance. That's my suggestion to you. So yeah, man, that's really gonna be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe, man. Like I said, man, I didn't get to feature everybody, all the submissions that I did get, but I will message you personally if you didn't get included in this first edition of the video, so I can prioritize you for the next video. And yeah, so we're just gonna end off right here. We're on the road to 4,000 subs, man. We just hit 3.7 like this morning, so thank you guys so much. So we're 300 subscribers off. If you're not already subscribed, man, do me a favor, hit the sub. And you know, we drop videos every day. I stream every day 5 p.m. Eastern, so you definitely want to be there for those. But yeah, with that said, guys, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one.